There's Sammy. What you doing, Sammy? How you doing, Sammy? You okay? You feeling okay?
Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals.
It is 9:45 a.m. Here's Simba. And the cats are getting brushed this morning because we are starting upon shedding season, right, Simba? It's almost shedding season. So what I've noticed is when I brush the cats, there's a bit more cat hair on the brush than there has been because in the winter they don't shed. Or they don't shed much, I should say. But now that the days are getting longer and the weather's getting warmer, they're starting to shed. And with shedding comes hairballs. And with hairballs comes vomit. So I'm getting them back into a brushing routine. I don't know if we're going to go right straight into daily brushing, but we're definitely going to go into several times a week. How you doing, Simba? You okay? Simba loves it. Simba loves it. Boo already got brushed. It is about 10:30 a.m. I'm downstairs with the Lucky 7. I'm getting ready to brush them. Here's Nancy. Hello, Nancy. So Nancy woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning banging on the kitchen door because she wanted to come up. And what I did last night was I set up a camera on the floor in the kitchen pointing at the food that was left over. I had a few leftover plates of food because I wanted to see who was going to eat it. There's Richard. He's still in bed. So it ended up Splash and Simba ate it around 5 a.m. There's Sammy. She's walking around. There's Nancy. And what I noticed on the footage was 2 little eyes glowing underneath the kitchen door. It's so funny because you see Splash and Simba eating food. Then you see these 2 little glowing eyes in the crack underneath the kitchen door. I was like, okay, that's totally Nancy. What I did last night before I went to bed is I put one of those draft dodgers along the bottom of the door. But I guess she moves it. I mean, it's pretty heavy, but she's able to move it away. And then she peeks under the door. Sammy, you going to get brushed today? Sammy already came upstairs this morning. I was in the kitchen and she was meowing at the door. I said, would you like to come upstairs? So she came upstairs. She walked around for a little bit. I put a little bit more of the Vetericin gel on her wound. And now I'm downstairs getting ready to give them their breakfast. Come on, Sammy, want more? She's not limping anymore, which is good. How you doing, Sammy? You happy, girl? She's not 100% back to her, like, happy-go-lucky self. But she's getting there. She's smelling Ziggy's butt. Sammy's the official butt sniffer. She likes to sniff everyone's butt. Okay, Sammy, you good? Sammy, you okay? Who's getting brushed? Ziggy loves being brushed. Right, Ziggy, you love being brushed. Usually she'll sploot. Okay, brush you there, brush you there. So the one good thing about Sammy being outside when she was is that it's not flea season. It's also not really tick season, but one of the women that was helping to find Sammy told me that sometimes cats are found with ticks on them this time of year. So I checked Sammy. I didn't find any ticks on her. Right, Ziggy? Ziggy loves being brushed. I'm getting quite a bit of cat hair off of her. All right, come on, guys. Who's next? Anyone next? Can I brush you, Richard? You feel okay, Richard? Here, let me brush you. Come here. Come here. Come here, Richie. Let me brush you. Come on. He's like, don't make me get out of bed. Don't make me get out of bed. Richard, it's already after 10 a.m., okay? These cats go to bed so late. You okay, Richard? Where did Sammy go? Where's Sammy? Sammy! Good job, Richard. Look at all that cat hair. Sammy's coming out of her tunnel. Hey, Sammy. Where's your spider baby? Where's your spider baby, Sammy? Richard's purring so loudly. Sammy's in this litter box with the flap closed. I've never seen a cat use it with the flap closed before. Usually I have to keep the flaps open. She's been in there quite a while. Oh no, look! Look at that, she came out. When did she come out? Sammy, how'd you get out of there? Sammy, you want breakfast? Want some breakfast? Would you like some breakfast, Sammy? Would you like some breakfast? I just gave the cats their breakfast, and look at this. Look, this is Sammy. She's eating on the floor with the other cats. She doesn't want to eat in bed today. That's a good sign. She has a good appetite, which is good. And I don't know what's going on back there, but I believe that's Ringo and Nancy. And I think Ziggy's getting ready to jump up there with them. And there goes Ziggy. I don't know what they're looking at. I don't know. I'm going to have to go upstairs and look to see what they're looking at. They're looking at something that's more interesting than their breakfast. So Sammy's been eating well since she's been back inside. And, you know, she spent the first few days drinking a lot of water. But that has subsided also. So I guess she's back to feeling better and not as dehydrated. And every day she's doing a little bit better than the day before. So that's good. Considering the fact that she was outside for about 17 days, it is, you know, still only a few days since she's been inside. It's been about 3 days now. So she still has more resting and recuperating to do. It's 12:30 p.m. There's Ox. So I just gave him some of the food that was left over from breakfast. And I went outside and I checked under the patio cover and he was sitting on a chair. And so I took the plate of food and I showed it to him under the chair. I said, here's your breakfast. Then I put it in the bowl and he just came out to eat it. Here's Sammy. She's watching him eat. It's okay, Sammy. You're not outside anymore. Do you recognize him? I wonder if Sammy recognizes him as, you know, someone who chased her out of the yard. Boo just ate some more of his breakfast. So this was the second half of a 3-ounce can of Tiki Cat. I believe it was mackerel and sardines, pate. I had to mix additional water into it and put some Temptations on it. So we ate a plate of those and then I gave him another plate and he didn't want to eat it. So I put it aside for him. Like I covered it, put it aside. And I just gave it to him again. He ate almost half the plate. So that's good. I'm going to cover this, put it aside, and give it to him in a few hours. You know, maybe his stomach hasn't been feeling that great, and he only wants to eat a little bit at a time. It's 1:30 p.m., and I gave Sammy a spider. I gave her one of the spiders that was hanging in the trap. It's behind the door. Go ahead, Sammy. Get the spider. Get to see it. Do you see it over there? It's right there. Get the spider, Sammy. You upset about your spider? Get the spider. It's right there. I gave it to her in the living room. She carried it over here. You want to take it downstairs? She's been hanging out in the living room today in one of the cat towers. You got a bunch of dust on you, Sammy. She loves these spiders. Want some more treats? Want some more treats? I just gave her a few of the bench and field treats. She really likes those. I'm cleaning up the kitchen so I can make a bunch of homemade raw food right now. I feel like I'm getting a million distractions today. It's that kind of day. I wanted to start making this food around 11 a.m., but it's now almost 2. It is 7:54 a.m. Good morning, Boo. I am getting ready for my day. So last night, I did not get woken up by Nancy banging on the kitchen door. Instead, this morning, I got woken up by garbage trucks. They were so loud. It was crazy. They woke me up a little bit after 6 a.m. and then I could not fall back asleep. So I probably got 6 hours of sleep. I mean, I'm trying to work my way up to 7 and 8 hours of sleep, and it's just not working. So that was that. And then I think I pulled a muscle, yesterday, moving around the heavy meat grinder and then making all the cat food, and then running around to the stores. Every time I turn to the right, I have it feels like I pulled a muscle. So that's a very uncomfortable feeling. But it doesn't hurt if I move to the left. If I move to the left, it's fine. It's just if I move to the right. And it is correlated to movement. It appears to be muscle related because it happens mostly when I move in a certain direction. Right, Boo? But because of it, anxiety is a little high this morning. The past few days have been really good, especially in the morning. The past few days have been effortless. And then today, there's definitely effort. I'm popping some Rescue Remedy lozenges and drinking water and juice and just taking things slowly. I'm also heating up a heating pad to take away some of the discomfort. Right, Boo? Right, Boo? Right, Boo? Today I have to finish preparing food for the cats. I bought some extra organ meats and boneless meat yesterday. I want to make a batch of smooth food, without bones in it, and see if Boo likes that better. Because lately all he wants to eat is really smooth food. Although yesterday he did eat several chunks of raw chicken. When I was making the chicken, I cut him some chunks of raw chicken and he really enjoyed those. And he did have some crunchies last night. Okay, Boo? And he does seem happy. You happy, boy? Happy boy, Boo? Happy boy? Here's Splash. He's sleeping in this cat bed. He's such a big boy. And here's Simba. Hello, Simba. Someone was running around the house last night. I don't know if it was Simba or Splash, but when I was trying to fall asleep, someone was having a really good time. Maybe it was both of them. I don't know. But that's what I want them to do. Run around at night, get all their energy out. Right, Simba? Today's supposed to be a pretty nice day. Hopefully the sun will come out. And then I think the next 2 days are supposed to be relatively nice. And then it's going to get cold again. It is 8:10 a.m. And I just realized what I think I did yesterday. So, at first I thought, well, okay, I was lifting the heavy grinder and I was making the homemade food, but I've done that so many times before and that never caused an issue. But later last night, I was having playtime with the cats, and Nancy was upstairs. So it was Nancy, Boo, Splash, and Simba. And we were having a lot of fun. And at one point, I was in the hallway with Nancy and Splash, and I was literally running down the hallway on my hands and knees. I was crawling along the hallway because I was, down with the cats, playing with the cats. I'm pretty sure that's what did it. I am pretty sure that is what did it because I don't remember having issues before that. And then I remember before I went to bed, I was like, oh, I think I pulled a muscle. And I didn't even realize that's what it was. Yep. That's what it was. You got to be careful when you're crawling around on your hands and knees. Right, Boo? Right, Boo? I just came downstairs and look what I found. That's Sammy's spider baby. Here's Goldie. And there's little Eva on the floor near her. Here's Sammy. Good morning, Sammy. Good morning, Sammy. Did you sleep good? Did you sleep good, Sammy? You sleeping okay? What's going on with your foot? Your foot okay? There's Ringo. I'm super zoomed in. Everyone is still very tired and sleepy down here. So I'm going to go into the laundry room and start a load of laundry and get some filtered water for upstairs and go about my day and let them continue to rest. It's 11 a.m. and here's Nancy. I just made a vet appointment for Sammy. Today's Friday, so the vet appointment is on Monday. And it's in the afternoon. And I want to have her checked out because, she's been missing for a little while. Also, I don't like how the wound on her paw is looking. And today, when they were eating breakfast, I noticed that one of her front paws was bleeding. So she has like a cut on one of her front paws. I want the wound on the back paw to be checked out. And then on her other back paw, now she's missing some fur. So I don't know if she was like biting it, over grooming it, or what. But I'd rather have it checked out. I'm just about to go to Petco to see if I could buy some of the wound care spray. I've been trying to use the Vetericyn Hydrogel on her, but it has been working as well. So I'm going to see if I could get the wound care spray. It's 1:11 p.m. Look at what's going on here. So this is Ziggy. That's Ringo. That's Nancy. And that's Richard. So there's 4 of the lucky 7 hanging out here. Sammy was just in the kitchen eating some crunchies. And Goldie and little Eva are downstairs. Here's Sammy. She has a spider with her. Playing with your spider, Sammy? Where's your spider? It's behind you. Here's Goldie. She's looking for Sammy. And I'm coming down here to round up all of this food that nobody's eating. So everyone got 3 different types of canned food this morning, and they got a little bit of crunchies. And as you could see, nobody likes canned food anymore. Today was fish day, so I gave them 3 different types of fish. They had some tiki cat, mackerel, and sardines, which is left on almost every plate. They had some of the Nature's Promise salmon shreds, which has been eaten on about half of the plates. And then the other one was the wholehearted minced ocean fish, which it looks like was only eaten on like 1 plate. So this is a challenge when you have cats that eat mostly raw food. They tend to get super fussy when it comes to canned food. Like all of a sudden they don't like it anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape this all into a storage container, and I'm going to use this to feed the outside cats who are not fussy at all. I'm leaving these 2 little plates. That's it. Everything else has been scraped into this container, and I'm just going to label it, stick it in my refrigerator, and this will be a really nice dinner or breakfast for Ox, aka Cousin Oliver. Here's Sammy. What you doing, Sammy? How you doing, Sammy? You okay? You feeling okay? She was laying on one of the kitchen chairs before. I'm going to spray her paws with the wound care that I got at Petco. It's the Vetericyn wound care. And see how she does with that over the next few days. Hopefully I will not have an issue getting her to the vet. But if I do have an issue and for some reason I can't get her in a carrier, then I could always take another cat with me instead. It's 5:15 p.m. Look at what's going on here. That's Nancy, Ziggy, and Richard. This is what they do in the afternoon. They hang out on my bed. And I just wanted to mention that I was just checking the thermostat in the house. Today is the first day of the year so far that the temperature inside of the house is warmer than what the thermostat is set to. So the thermostat's set to 70, but it's actually 73 in the house, which means that it was a beautiful sunny day and it's been a bit warmer. I actually sat outside for a little bit today in like a t-shirt and shorts because I was like, I need to try to get some natural vitamin D. And I sat outside for like a half hour. I wasn't even cold. Although it was probably only around 50 degrees out, but it was so sunny. Like it was so sunny and beautiful. I don't even know if I'm going to get any real good vitamin D because it's so early in the year. You know, usually I have to wait until at least like middle to end of March. But I tried anyway, and I felt really good doing that. Nancy moved over here, and even now it's 72 in the house. And it's only set to 70, so that's great. I hope we have more warm weather. I think tomorrow's going to be a little bit cooler than today. Then we're going to go back to cold weather for a while. Who do they see? Is Cousin Oliver outside? Oh yeah, there's Cousin Oliver. So I was just outside taking laundry in. So I did a few loads of laundry this morning. And for one of the loads, I decided to hang the laundry outside and see how the clothesline works. I haven't used a clothesline in so long. So I hung like 6 pieces of laundry outside, and I just went outside and I took them in. They're all dry. I just need to iron them. So that worked out really, really well. But it was like clothing that I would normally just hang up in my laundry room to begin with. But it's nice to be able to hang it outside because it dries so much faster. Like it would still be drying if it was in my laundry room, and I would have to put like a fan on. I do have a dryer. I just don't like to use the dryer on my clothing because it can like shrink things and like ruin the materials. I just find that when the clothing air dries, it's a lot better. I use the dryer for like sheets and towels and stuff like that. So that's why Ox or Cousin Oliver just came out to eat something because I was outside. He is starting to be like a little more friendly to me now. Not that I'm encouraging that, but you know, he's not running when he sees me. And, you know, he'll be like, oh, I'm looking for some food. Right now, he's eating some leftover food that I put out there earlier today. I have to scoop all the litter boxes and refill water bowls. And then I was going to put some food out for him. The cats are going to have some venison today. I have some venison defrosting. And the other ingredients are already prepared in the refrigerator for that, the organ meats, and I'm going to add a little bit of chicken to that just to stretch the venison because it's so expensive. But the cats usually love it. I am going to be very curious to see if Boo will actually eat it because, you know, he's been really picky lately. It's 8:40 p.m. Here's Nancy. Hey, Nancy. All the cats just had their dinner. They had homemade raw food made out of venison. They all loved it. Even Boo ate his food. Sammy ate everything that was on her plate. She licked her plate clean. And today has been a difficult day for me. There's Simba. If there's a lot of noise in the background, it is because I have a load of laundry in the washing machine. And I don't know why it's so loud right now. Maybe because the water's running and filling it up. But it was a difficult day for me, especially in the afternoon. Anxiety kept trying to creep up on me, which is not fun. For some reason today, I'm really feeling the loss of Stella. Like, it has felt like she's been here for the past few weeks. Like, it hasn't felt like she's not here. But for some reason today, it feels like she's not here. Today, I'm really feeling it. I'm just trying to sit with it and move through it because that's all I could do right now. I should also mention that all of my clothes that I hung outside on the clothesline to dry naturally in the sun today, they stink. They reek. It is like, I don't even know what the odor is. It's kind of like a metallic, nasty odor. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it doesn't smell like smoke. It's not like someone was outside smoking. It doesn't smell like a fire pit. It doesn't smell like car exhaust. It has like a nasty smell, and it doesn't smell like mildew or anything like that. I mean, it was a beautiful sunny day today with a slight breeze, so it was like a perfect day for drying laundry outside. And I was so looking forward to laundry with that fresh air sunshine smell, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm smelling pollution or what, but I've never, ever like hung clothes outside and then brought them in and have them like smell so bad. So I actually had to put them back in the washing machine and rewash them. And then I'm just going to dry them in my laundry room like I normally do. But that was like super disappointing.
Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.